Hello everyone, so today I'm playing something a bit different. It's some kind of a brew that I've been playing, toying around with for a while. I made it, and then I was, I kind of stopped working on it because I had some things, others I wanted to focus on. But now I'm coming back to it because I think there's potential here. So the idea here with the deck is to play the following, right? So what we're doing here is to play a lot of creatures that have an effect when they come into the battlefield. So all of these creatures. And that basically allows us to get a lot of value from them, right? So all these creatures have a 2-for-1 at least when they come into the battlefield. And then with Ephemerate, you can turn this 2-for-1 into 1-for-3, right? Basically, you can, with a third monitor on an Ephemerate, you can draw basically 4 cards with just Ephemerate and then 2 cards you drew already from the monitor. You can turn Urza into a factory, like you can turn Urza effectively into Urza Saga by making 2 constructs with 1 Ephemerate. And because these cards are all artifact payoffs, we play other artifacts enablers, right? That can have and the battlefield effects. The weakest of them maybe is a Trinket Mage that can find a lot of cards though, and it still can find lands, and it can find Portable Hold, which is the new addition from Dungeons and Dragons that allows you basically to exile a permanent, or that is a non-permanent that's mana value 2 or less. So this you can fetch with Portable Hold, but more interestingly, I think that's the other new card from Dungeons and Dragons, which is Ingenious Me. I really like this card in scales, and here is also great because you have so many artifacts you can find, and there's a lot of ways to trigger it on their opponent's turns. For example, Ephemerating a Tharman Inspector. So when Tharman Inspector comes to the battlefield, it makes a clue token. This is not the most powerful effect, but I just think it's kind of nice to have access to it. It's like a good 1-drop. It's great at trading with Ravagants. It's great at blocking early DRCs. So I really like the idea, and it's a fine target for Ephemerate because when Ephemerate will make 2 clues, and then you can crack for 2 cards. It's not great, but it's making clues can make your Urza Saga's token bigger, or Urza's token bigger, and you can make your Nexus bigger. So we have a lot of ways to have massive dudes up here. And then the other one-offs are kind of common on the different Urza decks. We're playing Spinning Drum, Shadow Spear, Pithing Needle, and Ether Spellbomb, just to bounce the stuff, comes up sometimes. 4 Vicious Bubbles, which, they're maybe not needed. We could play maybe 3, but it's kind of nice to just have access to a free artifact that can turn into mana with Urza, or you can just trigger Ingenious Smith. So like a line I've been liking is turn to Ingenious Smith, get a bubble, play it, draw a card, draw a card and get like a counter here. That's pretty strong line. We're also playing a lot of artifact lines because, our deck is so artifact centric. It really benefits from the higher artifact count. And, for example, basically the Urza tokens, the thumb monitors, all of that, but also artifact lines do trigger Ingenious Smith because this just says artifact, doesn't mean whatever. So it's kind of cool. This kind of the idea came from this card. And even though it grows, if it's gonna get killed, you can always Ephemerate, get the new artifact on play, and then keep rolling like that. The mana base is like kind of a bit all over the place. I have the bridges, I have one Secret Coast, I have 1 Dark Citadel you can fetch with Trinket Mage or with Ingenious Smith also. And then all of the rest is kind of tapping for blue and for white because we need that, because we have a lot of 1 mana blue spell, white spells, and then our core goes into white, directly into double blue and Urza, right? So we kind of need to be a bit smarter how we build this. I'm not sure this is the best ever way of building this mana base. I would like to maybe have a Cavern of Souls, but then it doesn't cast Portable Hold on 1, so maybe this Dark Citadel should just be a Cavern of Souls. Who knows? But we'll try it like this and then we'll see. Yeah. And this is kind of how the main deck is built around. So basically the main deck is built around artifact payers that have enter battlefield effects that can work well with Ephemerate and artifact stuff, right? So it's similar to the blue-white Urza deck that I played a while ago, but trying to do a bit something more broken with Ephemerate. And then on the sideboard, I have a bunch of different removal. I have 2 Dispatches, basically for the Murktide decks, 2 Prismatic Endings for things like Stony Silence effects and stuff that is hard to deal with otherwise. Also, maybe, basically those kind of things. We can make it 3 colors if we want to. 2 Rest in Peace, because, there's a lot of decks that Rest in Peace is really good against. 2 Skyclave Apparitions, I'm a bit unsure about this, but I think Skyclave Apparition with Ephemerate is one of the ways to just beat, for example, Hammer Time. You can play this and just exile 3 things and you just basically win. 2 Chalice of the Void. I was thinking of putting the Fairy Time Raveler here, but I just don't own them and I don't want to spend 30 tickets on each of them. And I find the card not to be so interesting in general. 1E, kind of a hedge. They can be found with Trinket Mage, with Urges as means, and you can, deal with a lot of permanents that are like low costed. And then finally, 4 Metallic Rebukes. I just think this is the best answer. We're gonna have 1 Ethergast as well, so we can go like 3. I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna actually add 1 Ethergast. For like the more red matchups, maybe green matchups, like Crown of Souls matchups. But yeah, so that is the deck. That is a sideboard, guys. I think this looks pretty cool. Let's see. I mean, sometimes when you play this kind of decks, you get destroyed because you're playing a cute deck and then your opponent goes turn 1 DRC Mishra's Bubble, right? But it could be that we actually we can actually do fine, and steal some games because we have like this amazing value engine. So we found a game at extremely quick pace. Yeah, nice. So this Dark Citadel already coming in handy here. I mean, I'm just gonna mulligan this hand. I think if this was a counter souls, then maybe we'll keep it, but still it looks kind of sketchy. Yeah, whatever. So I'll keep this, put an Ephemerate back. Not the most amazing hand either, but I'll pretend I have something to do here, so I'm just gonna Ephemerate myself, Vicious Vow myself. I want to draw anyway, so. Or the side, that's a great draw. So, I'm gonna go ahead and say yes. We're gonna play the Springleaf Drum. I don't know what I'm playing against. If not, I could try to get them with a Pithing Needle. Maybe force this. Play this. And then on their upkeep, I'm gonna bubble them too. So they think that we have like a. Let's draw this first. Okay, that's a Saga, of course, and then we bubble them. We pass. Flood Strand. Okay, interesting. They play the Flood Strand, or one Flood Strand at least. They have an also bubble. Maybe they're playing the same deck as I am. Oh no, did that? No! I skipped my fucking turn. I'm an idiot. I didn't realize I had F6. I thought they had played a bubble. Alright, guys, that's not good. Don't do that at home. That's extremely bad, of course, because we just skipped all the turn, but damn it. And also we're playing against some Esper nonsense. Probably just gonna name Polluted Delta with my Pithing Needle, you know what I mean? It would be so much better if we had like now the ability to go here. Maybe I should play a Mystical Dispute. Maybe that's also a card. Ah, shit, man. Why did I skip my turn? Well, we're just giving ourselves a bit of a... Pretty sure my opponent's playing... You also name Jay as a Mind Sculpture, but just name Polluted Deltas. Okay. Most likely my opponent has some Polluted Deltas in their deck. I may play like 2 James the Mind Sculpture, right? So... I said James the Mind Sculpture. That was really bad. I mean, imagine just making a construct this turn, having played the Needle last turn. It would have been amazing. Alright, so anyway, that's what it is. There's no using dwelling on it, let's say. So we just pass here. The other thing is, Ephemerate you can be used to also save your construct in case it gets stolen. Nothing from our opponent. Yeah, that was just so bad. Like, that puts us a turn behind, basically. But it's okay. It's okay. Actually worked, guys. Freaking Pithing Needle on Unpolluted Delta. Nice. I mean, when you see this, right? Like, what, Yeah, so I was playing it too fast, and then, that happens sometimes. Maybe I have Esper Charm here, make a sacrifice. An enchantment? No, they just stop it. They're afraid of our second Pithing Needle, I see. Good. You should be afraid, opponent. I'm making a dude here, basically. still have the wrong art on Spindly Drum. Not cool. They could be playing Final Push. But I think we just want to draw here. So I want to pretend I have Metallic Rebuke, so I'll play this, and this is enough. So I can just... yeah, Final Push. I kind of like the idea of just getting myself... So the reason I'm playing the island there is because this way I can pretend I have Metallic Rebuke, which I do on the sideboard, right? Drown in the loch. Okay. So on their turn, we're gonna go ahead and bubble them too, so we know what they're drawing. Could have gotten a Welding Jar, of course. Armage's Charm. Okay. Maybe try to steal this. Nope. They pass. So I think we can start by playing this. Maybe that may just charm it. That'd be hot. Honestly, they counter. Okay, they don't counter anything. Honestly, may just do nothing, you know, just play the Razorblade Secret. Sorry, play the Razor Tide Breach and pass. And pretend I'm still holding up removal, like counter spells, right? They do have a charm, but I can also ephemerate here. You know, maybe I have Cryptic Tap, that's also fine. If they do that, then I'll play my Ingenious Smith, I guess. Yeah. I have done a value in this deck, so you going, boy? So I think just drawing off the clue is like a fine play, you know what I mean? Down in the lock, number 2. Then I'm just gonna pass and hold up the draw from the clue, you know? I really don't see a point. I could also ephemerate my Inspector if they want to. I don't really think so, though. They could play a Jace. I guess Jace could be a bit annoying if they just run a Jace here. I think we're gonna go ahead and draw a card here. They're good old 2-for-1. Not ephemerate, not bad. They still have this charm. So we're gonna go ahead and hit them here. Alright, so yeah, I don't mind running my Smith into a counter spell now. Because I don't want them to draw 2. Like, this is bad if they charm it right for them. Oh, it resolves. Awesome. That's the Steel Necessities is Ether Spellbomb. I kind of like the Ether Spellbomb, boys. So I play the Urza Style here. I play Ether Spellbomb. I could definitely see myself like let's say if they Ingenious Smith, if they try to kill my Ingenious Smith here, I can ephemerate it, right? So we got a trigger here. I mean, of course, my opponent can have a name of that Supreme Buried here, but I guess they just draw 2. Gives and give. Oh, is it the other deck? I see. But maybe we can actually bounce that thing, so it's not the worst. Is it the Reanimator deck? Is this the Spying Spike deck? Are we playing against an Spying Spike? It's always a question, right? So 2 cards in the graveyard. So if I put these 2 in the graveyard, I can give them this and this. So this costs 5 mana. So I could put these 2 in the graveyard, right? So that opponent chooses 2 of those cards. Put the chosen card in your graveyard. So if I choose Persistent Thief for Knowledge, they get an Archon of Cruelty in hand and this, so that's also fine. Then I honestly get to slam an Urza with an Ephemerate up, right? If they do that. So now basically they have an Archon and Umbral Rites in hand. I think I'm gonna force the issue enough turn with Ephemerate on the Thermal Inspector. We can also bounce the Ethers, like the thing, right? Okay, so I like Rest in Peace in this matchup. They probably also play... basically, it's a Persist deck, right? So I don't think... Let me see. I think I saw the list on the 5-0 down. So this is card Archon of Cruelty. What does it say? Can I read it, please? Alright, so they want this to be -2/-2. And it says... Alright, so you choose an instant or... sorcery. I kind of done this like this, so we Ephemerate here first. I think this is fine. So I'm just looking at the... I think I spiked 5-0 with this like a million times last week, so... It says instant sorcery, so this is not gonna find anything they can the caters to their needs. I miss, it's okay. And then before this goes, then we go like here, here. All right, and now we can steal so if they have a Persist in hand, we can bounce the Archon of Cruelty with a Ether Spellbomb. Shit, my door just closed, sorry. Oh shit, that is so small. Just realized how small that is. Okay, so we should go here. Okay, I just added that. Alright, so there's nothing else from my opponent. I guess my opponent's playing Counterspell. So what do they play Counterspell? They play Down in the Loch. Okay. This 4 mana, yeah, I see. So... You. I mean, they have to have a 3rd Down in the Loch. You trigger. You. So they actually have to have a 3rd Down in the Loch because I can only see maybe that's the time to just jam the good old, you know, Urza, Lord High Artificier. Because they actually have... They only play like 4 Down in the Loch, so that's only like 4 counter spells. I guess we attack first, right? Yep. Go. We hit them for 3. Guess we play this. I think I'm gonna jam. I can still actually make a construct or bounce the thing, right? So I'm gonna jam the Urza here. I knew it would, I was pretty sure it would like actually So I can make the construct, so I can make 1, 2, 3, make a construct, and then I can, but I cannot, can I really, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I can make a, I can spin to win, right? All right, let's just do that. And then we will spin to win. All right, I'll cast this. And now I've hold up the Ether Spell Bomb. I should have a Soul Lander on my deck. I'll cast this. Trigger this. I think I'm gonna go ahead and upkeep the Mishra's Bubble here. Maybe shut down in my turn in case I do an Ephemerate. Glacial Fortress. So they're drawing a land. They can do the Archon of Cruelty thing. So they're playing these. In their hand, there is sure. So I sacrifice a card. Alright. I think you're dead, opponent. I don't know what you think, but I think you are dead. So we tap here, we make a construct. What? Do they play any free spells? No, right? We pump our Ingenious Smiths. Draw a card. We make a construct. We pump our Ingenious Smiths. We find Shadow Spear. You see it, right, opponent? You see it. Alright, nice showing, even though we freaking skipped, definitely one rest in peace in this matchup. We definitely don't want Portable Hole, right? They play Sarah's Emissary, the Fairies, the Fate Unraveler, Kataki Worst Gauge. Maybe we want Katakis. Maybe we want some Portable Holds. I don't think Skyclave Apparition is that good. I think Metallic Rebuke is also probably pretty decent, right? Maybe this patch is better than Portable Hole. So all of this looks good. I think most likely Ballista will be a bit overkill. Do they play destruction spells? They do play Drowns. But that's it, right? Drown is the only destruction spell. They do play threes on the sideboard, alright. I think the Trinket Mages are gonna be not the best, especially. I have one card. Oh. Maybe it's kind of hard to resolve, so I'll cut one. So I have leave 2 Portable Holes and 2 dispatches just to deal with the Katagi Worst Wage and the dispatches are good for the Archons of Cruelty. 3 Metallic Rebukes. This looks okay. I can also hold up Metallic Rebuke turn 2 if I want to, actually. Oh, Rest in Peace is like the best card in the matchup, right? So we'll keep it. They're on the play though, so they could keep. But the only counter spell they have is Pitting Needle should be definitely on. Oh, they also playing Chalice of the Void. Interesting. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and play my Thari Inspector here. Just get to get it out, you know. Get a dude. Thari Inspector has been so impressive. The fact that you can make an artifact instance is so good with Ingenious Smith. I don't think they have a way, unless they have Force of Negation, which they have 1 on the sideboard. I don't think they actually have a way to counter my Rest in Peace. And they have no way to cast the other guy, the Ataki War's Wage. So. Maybe just push my thing. E on 0. You got it. Guess we start attacking here. Maybe they play a Snapcaster Mage. Because if I, let's say if I, nah, there's no make sense, right? So we can name this with this. So what we're gonna do here is we play this, and we play the Rest in Peace. So they don't have like the one of Force of Negation they play on the sideboard. I don't think they can counter this. Nope. And we're just gonna play the Mishra's Bubble and check their top deck here. If they wish they had saved this, right? Yeah, you go. Rest in Peace is so good right now in so many matchups. Maybe we should be playing 3. You know? I think if I find an Untablan, I like to Pithing Needle for E. Because this way it prevents like another E. The Fey Raveler of Time. So they can pop the... They can bounce the E. Alright, that's actually not that good, right? They bounce the E. And then attack it, kill it. Play... They also can bounce the E. Oh, they just plus. Okay. Interesting. Land? Alright, that's a good land. So what we're gonna do here is gonna go here. Play Ingenious Smith. Play Orzhasaya. Play Pithing Needle. Yeah. Use Smith. There you go. Oh man, it's actually missed more than it should, I guess. Got a lot of artifacts in our deck. Well, I guess that's what I tell myself. Then we play this. Naming Engineer Explosives, of course. So we can bounce next turn. They can bounce the E and... No, that's actually wasted. Like, they can bounce the Rest in Peace and then counter it on the way back down. They shot that. Three cards in my opponent's hand, too. Man, imagine that Smith. How many artifacts do I actually play right now? Because I got some artifacts post-war, right? Not that many. I got also the Trinket Mages. The Trinket Mages are the first card of the list. I should just have only 2 Trinket Mages. But I want a critical mass of creatures I want to ephemerate. And I think a mage, like, sorry, a Trinket Mage being able to find a portable hold is pretty hard. I mean, they can get the Archon of Cruelty here. They exile my Pithing Needle. All right, that's funny. They could have done that. Oh, they can do that for instant speed. So I think we attack, kill these. We try to play this one and we'll get counter. Or maybe should we just? So we try to kill the Fairy Time Raveler. I mean, they have double removal. Maybe they have no. There's no way they have double removals. I mean, maybe they have double removal spell like drown into something, but no. Like, all right, the Fairy is down. I think. Yep. All right, so now we could make a construct here. They have 3 cards in hand. We could play the Rest in Peace and force them to counter. I think I kind of like that. Just play Rest in Peace, force them to counter. It's not great. It's like not super great, right? But it's okay. Could also make plays just the Razorbait's like the breach here. They're probably like holding this mana because they want to counter, right? So why what about we don't play into it, right? We just play this, yeah. We pump there. We say go. Maybe it would have been better if I even held a white. I could also be that I draw a yeah, right. So they actually have mana to they need to counter the rest in peace. They of course can get the other dude. I have 2 dispatches, 3 cards in hand, right? So nothing. All right. So I like this. I like this because that forces them to act on my turn. This also triggers Ingenious Smith. Yeah. So now we have 9 power in play. Ah, we drew the Shadow Spear. That's kind of bad. Yeah, I wish I had the Soul Guide Lantern. That was just something I should add to the deck. Oh, they do have EN 0. So maybe I shouldn't just. If they don't pop it, it's like they don't expect a second Pithinger, which probably should have also. They will pop this right now. So I think the best to do here is to say, okay. They need to pop this like right now. No. Alright, so I think the best here is to either get an Ether Spellbomb to bounce the thing. Probably not the worst, right? Get an Ether Spellbomb, they pop. Kind of like that. That triggers. Then we go and attack. We play Shadow Spear first before attacks because we have 4 mana right now. Yeah, I need to play it right now, right? So I play Shadow Spear. I can equip it and play Rest in Peace afterwards. So I also can just play the Shadow Spear. Yeah, I kind of like this better. Not even equipping the Shadow Spear, just playing it. Oh, that's a... Oops. Yeah, I actually can do everything then. We equip here. I mean, that's a life also. So they have E, they can pop, kill this, and kill this. They take 7. They go to 10, I go up to 26. Then I resolve my Rest in Peace, or do I just keep up the Ether Spellbomb for the Cruelty icon? Actually, maybe that makes more sense, right? We play the second Tharman Inspector. They still need to give mana because they cannot. I don't think they can win through Rest in Peace. They also have Drown. Like, Drown can really kill my Ingenious Smith here. Huh. And next turn, if everything goes well, we can Slime Urza and be like... Alright, maybe just have Cryptic Bounce. So, I see what happens here. So if I sacrifice it, then they can counter the Rest in Peace with Drowning Blow. Yeah, I don't know. I could draw out of it and then kind of run the Rest in Peace though. That's 12. If I let them have it, they can bounce my token. So I think that's just not smart, right? So let's just draw out of it. I mean, I know they have something else, right? They probably have Drowning the Loch for this. Maybe they just have E, who knows? Alright, let's just pop the... Sure. 2 cards left in their hand. So I think here, I will like fetch shock a Thermal Inspector, like a Hollow Fountain. Say yes, play my Inspector here. And pass the turn. This allows me to draw some cards later if I need to. I mean, my opponent, now there's 8 damage into play, so fetching is dangerous for them. That's not a fetch. 2 cards in their hand, though. They pass. So, this is 6, 7, 8. So I will do one thing. I will just go ahead and play my 3rd Siren Inspector here, trigger my Ingenious Smith. That is lethal right now, so now they need to act. And then I can play my Rest in Peace in response. Alright. So I can ephemerate that, and yeah, let's just basically ephemerate it, find maybe a land. So we don't lose any value here. I kind of like getting a land, right? Yeah. Hit them, we get them for 2 here. Then we will play the Rest in Peace. Exile everything. Maybe if I had played the Rest in Peace first, I had to counter it. And then you go, opponent. This 5 damage, 6 damage, actually it's lethal next turn as well. 2 cards in my opponent's hand. Alright. Alright, mates. We just destroyed them. Jesus Christ. And we had an Urza Steel. Yeah. Awesome. That was round 1. Let's go to round 2. This is this deck, in case you're wondering. This is they basically play a control kind of like it's the kind of deck that's playing Spike Mage, right? Like it plays a control shell with our Mage's Charms and all that, and then it has some kind of a finisher. And in this case, is Persist with Archon of Cruelty or Unburial Rites with Archon of Cruelty, and they use Gives and Given. And with Gives and Given, they put Unburial Rites, Archon, Persist, and a Margrave. And Thirst for Knowledge on their hand, so that on the pile. So whichever you pick, they can discard. I like putting the Thirst and the Persist there, but I guess that's just fine. So you give them like an Icon of Cruelty and the Reanimator thing, right? Yeah, the sign is fine. Builds up. It builds up. Lots of artifacts. I'm gonna go ahead and bubble my opponent on their turn, I guess. Time Spell has been amazing. The fact that you can ephemerate it to trigger the other guy, it's just amazing. I will go to your turn. And actually, let's remember, I actually skipped a turn on that. Alright. So the drawing Crocs, so it's a grindy matchup. I am fairly happy with these grindy matchups. I mean, they can have discard spell right now, yeah. They of course can take my Ephemerate and everything, but again, I have already a 2-for-1 here. If they don't take Nettle Thieves, they need to deal with it. Rest in Peace also looking good in this matchup. So this is probably like this red blind being rinsed nonsense. The good thing is we have a lot of threats that are not artifacts in this shell, you know, guys. They take the Ephemerate, nice, nice. So we draw a card here. That was the reason. That's a breach, so we can actually pop the clue and then play Trinket Mage. Kind of like popping the clue here, so we use our mana in some kind of way. Yeah, we attack and we pop the clue at their end step, and then we can play the Trinket Mage, get a portable hole maybe, especially if they play a creature. Woodwork. Interesting. I don't think all of the lists play Woodwork. Crocs, I think I can discard very easily this Razortide Breach. I mean, I'll take 3, but... Oh, I should have drawn first. That was bad. I should run first. That was just a mistake. No. Alright, let's draw. Yeah, that was a mistake, of course. Should run first. Then, I mean, maybe had drawn, I would have discarded something else. Alright, there's another Saga. So I guess we go ahead, we play the Urza Saga. This puts more pressure on them. This can find portable hole. I kind of like the idea of finding, portable hole here, because we can play it next turn and make a token, right? So yeah. So far so good. Portable hole also helps with thumb monitor. I think we should have a second needle, and we should have a Soul Lander in the main deck somewhere. Maybe for it, we could get Trinket Mage for it. Maybe. Oh, it's like we have 1, 2, 1, 2. Like something, right? So if they play creature, we can portable hole it. And all my cards have drawn me a card so far. So this grindy deck has a bit of a hard time. But I really wish I had a Soul Lantern. It would be so good right now. You can command me here. But again, probably will discard the Nettle Cyst, most likely. Maybe the Thumb Monitor. Thumb Monitor will read far. Oh, they kill my Urza Saga. No, they kill my land. Alright. Sure. I have a land, thankfully. So I guess I'll just make a construct and like end of turn and pass. They can do the Croxa thing, right? But I get to untap. I can get maybe a drum. 1, 2. I cannot really do the Crocs. Okay, that's a Season P. Oh, it's a Smallpox deck. Jesus Christ. Alright. Block Crypt taps. Maybe you can just get Shadow Spear then. I don't know. Maybe, like, actually, if they're playing Smallpox, maybe it's worthwhile to investigate the idea of getting a Springly Drum. Oh, that's a land. So they're gonna get Croxa down. So I think, what abilities? Maybe Liliana they play? Honestly, I don't care too much about Liliana. I mean, definitely making a construct over here. And definitely getting this Springleaf Drum. If I had a Soul Guide Lantern, this would be an easy Soul Guide Lantern too. But getting the Springleaf Drum. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this we cannot cast. Could get the Pithing Needle. Could get the Tharvin Inspector down. I'm guessing we're just gonna attack them first. See what's up. Yo. Opponent's also 12 life. They trade there and they take 4. Sure. Yeah, maybe the Spithing Needle is just not worthwhile. So we'll tap here, play a Tharvin Inspector, pass the turn, make a clue. No clue about your clue. Good thing is our lands are indestructible, lots of them. So 3 cards on my opponent's hand. They can bring back Croxa here, and then we'll probably discard a Pithing Needle. I just don't really see a use for it. Yeah. It's cool that we can now see the results. It's awesome. Manamorphose of all the cards. Blue and white, black and white. We have like 5/5s of here, right? I mean, if we land this monitor and we have 1, 2, they kill, exile one of my dudes. I guess they can also Croxa, but then the portable hole ends it. Alright, that's probably Croxa, right? Yeah, this is taking forever to cast. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna take the Pithing Needle. There you go. No damage dealt. Exile it next turn. Alright, so as a second thought monitor. 1, 2, 3, 4. exile the Crocs. So down there is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this actually costs. All right, that's pretty good. So we'll go. Okay, attack with these two. Then if I draw land, I can play the other monitor, which is really hot. Right, they take one here. So then we will make blue here, tab here, top monitor. I draw two. Urza Saga, not a colorful one, sadly. And I'll pass the turn. I even have Walking Ballista. If I draw a Urza, basically this is just... Next turn I can Thought Monitor again, I can Needle Seed, I can Thought Monitor for 1 mana, make a construct and keep putting the pressure, mates. The pressure is on. Oh man, I'm loving this deck, it's so good. Like literally every card draws a card. Okay, Crocs, I think Walking Ballista like the least good one here. You don't have a ton of mana. The Walking Ballista is there to fetch with Trinket Mage to like shotgun your opponent. Also pseudo removal turn 2 against like DRCs and stuff. Alright, so that triggers, it's correct. I mean, they're just gonna block here or they're dead, right? So we'll start by attacking here. Yep. Go on to 3, sure. Then I guess we'll play the Welding Jar later. Then we can play this bad boy. I draw 2. That's a land, that's a Glimmer Void. Play this. Make a clue. Pass the turn. Even if they have a Wrath, I can make a construct with Urza Saga. Sure, man, you make a 1/1, you gain for life. They can escape a Crocs once again. Oh, second Urborg? 2 Urborgs. Interesting. So I can escape another Crocs. I'll discard my Nettle Fist though. Resolves. Part of a whole big game against Crocs, eh? Alright, so I could draw, but I mean Nettle Fist is basically another thing, right? So I take no damage. One card my opponent's hand is left, and seems like we have like the advantage of this. So we do here, and then you blow up here. We make a construct. Another 10/10. And a concession. Oh, see my draw, dude. Nice. Alright. We got them. I think Rest in Peace is good. I think Rest in Peace is like our best card for sure. Part of the Whole looks pretty good. Maybe an Ether Gas to like... how many red spells do they even play? Not that many. Ending seems whatever. Sky Calibration also seems kind of nice. It answers Crocs nicely and forever. So let's just add that too, maybe. Definitely we don't want this. And can cut one. I mean, Trinket Mage is always kind of a easy cut, right? Maybe we can cut this Ether Spell on. Doesn't seem that amazing in this matchup. Yeah, I got a Needle Seize too. Needle Seize is also another card that maybe they play Blood Moon, but just seems unlikely with all the Zerbrooks and stuff. It looks like their mana base is kind of rough already. Sure, we're gonna just fetch I like lands because they have Vindicate. And I don't like mulliganing because they play a million discard spells, so. You take a Tyrant Inspector. This Tyrant Inspector has been so legit. I also like to play a double Masters Edition because I know it triggers people. So then I'm just gonna get a basic here. Ponies, Tyrant Inspector, you go. You know, just this drawing a card is already insane, and then if you find an Ephemerate, then you can just do the thing. It's even more insane, right? That's a Croxa more than... Oh, just that one. Alright, so... Probably gonna pop this at the end of turn, right? So I might as well just play the island here. Hit them for 1. My one more than likely has a Vindicate, but whatever. Eventually we'll get to the point where we are able to just... They probably shock this in, Vindicate my planes on my island, I don't know. Oh, this Vindicate is a sorcery. Isn't it a sorcery? It is, right? Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't a sorcery, man, it would be kind of cool. We'll draw cards, and alright, that's a Seagram Coast. Not the worst. Alright, so I kind of like this card. It's adds value, let's say. Brings joy to all those Croxes my one is playing. I have a lot of mana. Like, drawing an Ephemerate would be kind of hot because you allowed it to turn our extra mana into cards with our Inspector, but nice Inquisition. Kind of like it. This basically rams for Thumb Monitor. They kill my Rest in Peace. Alright. A lot of lands have been drawn. Maybe I should have fetched with Hallowed Fountain. But... So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. This why Mana Morphos? I don't understand. Maybe for Prismatic Ending? This is deep. It's for my... Oh. They have 2 cards left. It's Season B. They have 2 cards left. Pretty sure they play Engineer Explosives, right? And if they don't, probably just play. Everybody plays Engineer Explosives nowadays. So I'm gonna play these and pass here. Just try to find my 1, 2, 3, 4. This costs 5 to cast, so we can cast it next turn. Can block these, I will not just jump. That doesn't make sense. Play 2. But has 2 cards in hands. I think, you know, just naming Engineer Explosive is just big game here. Last try is a cool looking. This hasn't like a Dinner Star. Another Season B. It's a lot of value, that's for sure. This card, yet another Season B. They didn't play a land. Yeah, they did play a land this turn. I don't really like this swamp. I purchased a much better one. Liliana of the Veil. Okay, maybe I'm thinking I should name Liliana. Target player sacrifices a creature. This Tyrant Inspector, man, has seen some shit. I like fetching here because I really just want to get myself, like, I don't want to draw more lands. Please, no more lands. I mean, let's see. Oh, that's actually not the worst, right? So, so how much does this cost? 4. So we can go like this. Oh no! That's actually the worst, the worst possible. Alright. We pass here. If we had Ephemerate, man, if we had done an Ephemerate, this game would be super over. They'll plus, probably will discard the Flooded Strand or the island, doesn't really matter. I'm just blocking here. If they plus, it's kind of bad for them. not trading for these two. I'm still at 16, right? So I'll play an Urza Saga and an Urza Saga. So and I have plenty of mana to use everything. So I'm not really. Also, killing these gives them the ability to use their own mana. Kaya. Okay. Interesting. They can exile these. Right. They can survive. Prismatic ending. I think. Sure. Scarf's round. I'm a bit flooded indeed, but you know, like there's so many good draws in my deck right now. It's not a bad one. They can exile the So actually can attack and kill the Liliana. Do I want to do that? We would rather just. So if they minus this, I mean, Liliana Blasting is not even the worst, but let's just kill it, right? Let's just get rid of it. It says non-land permanent, thankfully. So they can exile the Germ, but then we get to keep making constructs. We do have Shadow Spear. Oh, they exile the Germ. They will hit me for 8 here, which is a lot. Down to 6. Lingering Souls. That's a big top deck. Holy shit. Yeah, that's a good one. That's definitely a good one. Alright, so that's an Urza. Demon definitely playing the second. So we need to go here, 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 and here, most likely. Play as this boy. And so they can exile that one and I can make another one. I don't know if that's enough. It just may barely be enough. And then I can get a Shadow Spear. This is block here, here, and here, and then I take 5 exactly. So we didn't have like a Bolt or a Crux or something. I'm fine. Exile that, sure. Could have made mana out of it too. Alright. So we want to block here, I guess, here, and here. So we take exactly 5. If they didn't find something that kills it, I think we're fine here. This Skyclave Vibration. So you make a construct, find Shadow Spear. You say so we didn't have a removal for that. We are fine. Probably they do have removal with the dead, no? Too. Yeah, probably the dead if they have removal, so might as well just go for the kill. Yay! Nice, man. This is... Alright, welcome to round 3. I decided to just play one more, you know. I'm super excited with this deck, you know. It just seems very strong. You know what I mean? Like, it just seems very strong. What can I say? So my opponent goes like turn 1 threat. This hand is just amazing, man. Is it Lurus? Yeah. So they go like turn 1 Darcy. Nope. Do not go turn 1 Darcy. Interesting. So we can... Oh, it's maybe Meal? It is? Who knows? Steam Bands. Right? Counter Misha's Bubble. That's a first in my life that somebody has countered a Misha's Bubble. I really don't care that much. So, like, check their upkeep, play this tapped, and pass the turn, just in case they're playing Greases or something. Yeah. They are drawing Temporal Battle Rage. So they do play Temporal Battle Rage. It's great to know. So playing against a Shadow deck, just... I don't know if you guys realize. Maybe they play Tamagufi here. That's a Tamagufi. Hello, Tamagufi. You're gonna go into a hole. We're gonna get holed up. If I had found another white source, it would have been amazing for Tharming Inspector. But it's what it is. So we just go ahead. So they have the more Battle Rage and I mean, I don't know. Is it better to get the Urza down? I think it's kind of good to get the Urza down. Hopefully they don't play E main deck. That'd be kind of rough. They just put lures in their hands. 11. That's a Shadow. Yeah, so we're just gonna play these and make a construct. My construct will be a 2/2. The main's worthwhile blocking the thing. They do have the Temporal Rage, that means that they can actually force some damage, but... Shock. 3 cards, one of them Temporal Rage, so that can deal me... Lures in hand, so no Temporal Rage. Oh, that's a good one. I've seen this one more and more. Yeah, they hit me. That's actually a really good one. But I can get a Pithing Needle. Yet another Urza Saga. So... this resolves. I think we're gonna make a construct here. Get Pithing Needle, name Seal of Removal. That's a 4/4. So they do have the Temporal Rage, and this is a 4/4, so you can deal me 8 damage next turn. If I attack, you can deal me 10 damage next turn, right? So I attack it. So I have Temporal Rage, Lurus, and an unknown card. If I attack right now, that will mean I get hit by 4. So I'll make this an for more like an 8/8. It's not so bueno. It's not so bad. I guess it's just better to block, right? Like... If they attack, it's better not to help them, and then we can actually try to kill them with like the Shadow Spear. A lot of other sides were drawn this game. No, that's a land. So they have 3 cards. One of them is Lurus. Lurus has nothing to bring back. They can also attack me, and I'll let it go through, and then they play Lurus, and they're forced to block. Yeah, I kind of let it go through. There is no way they kill me here. Absolutely no way. Yeah. Then they can play Lurus. Alright, that's a portable hole. I really don't want to... So if I make a construct, I cannot really... So if I make a construct, I cannot really get a Shadow Sphere, right? So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna say, okay. So that's 6, and then I can do portable hold a shadow, force a block. They need to jump here, and then they take 7 and again 7. Or the Saga claims another victim. I'm at 15. They have 2 cards in hand. One of them is trashed. The 1, 2, 3, 4, and concede. Easy. Portable hole coming in through. Alright, so they are playing Grixis Shadow. No, 4-color Shadow. I don't know. Engineer explosives. Eon 1 seems good at just kind of canceling them, but I don't know. I think I like Prismatic Ending just for a bit extra removal. And I like this. I basically like my removal here. So I like all of these basically. I think I got a bit of those low cards. And got 1 portable hole because it's probably likely they have engineered explosives, right? At least the fetching and killing is probably a decent line, but me on the draw is bad. Maybe play a Pine Moon for the Saga. Cutting a mage. I mean, I'm sure they can play... I don't know where really they play. EE is probably one of them, right? Ugh. Honestly, it's a Thoughtseize deck, so I can just play these and exile their 1-drop. I'll play these, and then turn 2, I will exile whatever. Hopefully draw lands. Probably will start by exiling with Prismatic Ending. Yeah, you have Thoughtseize. They have Bubble. They check me, so they have a Thoughtseize almost for sure. Or not, maybe they just have an Storm Denial. They look at our top deck. So they have a Storm Denial, most likely. They draw cards. You go. Alright, I really do need to draw land here, guys. We have a lot of threats and no lands. But I think this matchup is a lot about that, right? So you take whatever you want. And lots. Probably will take the portable hole, right? Or the prismatic ending, depending on what they have. What are they holding up? Did they just draw it? Okay, they probably just drew it, right? Why would you take that? Like, what? Why would you take that? It's not even sure I have a land to play it. Land, please. Awesome. You know, I think Ingenious Means just makes good sense here. Play the boy. Or girl, actually. Get a portable hole. Let me pass the turn. I have double portable hole. We don't have ephemerate. And probably this just means it's dying, right? But then we have like so much removal. Yeah. And it's not dying, so it's not the worst. I mean, if they don't play nothing, I can just keep up ephemerate, right? Drowning the Love? Actually, we don't have one card. Bolt? Dude, the thing is, this ephemerate is just so bad for them. They shock again, maybe they just play like shadows here of many kinds. They play a 2/2 shadow, so they can actually stubborn denial my portable hole here. But maybe I just play the portable hole, right? White source would be nice, honestly. Yeah, so we can actually start by portable hole. Take you. We have 1, 2, yeah. Like this. Then I'm gonna attack them because I already have I have double removal spell, and even if they have another shadow, like I can ephemerate this, man. How good is this deck? Jesus Christ. Shit, man. I just broke it, man. Fuck. I'm sorry, guys. You'll have to see this deck all the time, like Heliod on its time. I mean, I know they can call against command it or whatever, but like they can K-command, destroy, and ping, and then I can ephemerate this, and then I can just Shatterstorm. Destroy artifacts, it only kills these. This will is indestructible, so yeah, sure, you got it. I don't think I even want to do that, dude. Just go. Nice Shatterstorm for 1, boy. So maybe I don't know Shatterstorm, but whatever. I only have 2 cards in hand, too. 1, 2, 3. So this costs 4. Okay, so next time we can cast it. Because a land is cast by my opponent. I should thought about it. They have 1 card. They just drew this, right? Most likely. Yeah, next time we get to Tinkle Mage. Oh, never mind. Lures in hand. You actually can exile Lures, which is kind of hard to. They do have a bubble though. Oh, dispatch, amazing. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can actually play these. Here we have so much removal, and it's also good. So I can play this 1, 2. So it's discounted by 3, right? So it's gonna cost 4. Yeah, I can pass here. It's fine. We have dispatch. We have like basically a no. Wow, even shocking, even like shocking fetching. So they really want to top deck something here. All right, so I can actually ephemerate, dispatch, all the good stuff. The point is at 2, right? So, yep. That's a lose. No blue. They didn't hold a blue. Interesting. They check my top deck, sure. Maybe they do have blue. So end of turn, we're just gonna go ahead and spatch this. Even if it was just tapping, it'll be fine. No Luren for you. You draw cards. Concede. All right. I see. How do we do this? The two. Sure. So let's play these. Trigger. So it's a 4/4. 1, 2, 3. So this costs 3 less to cast. So this costs 4. Nah. I think the best is just to go ahead, prismatic ending this. Next turn play the thumb monitor and have ephemerate up. Like, they need to deal with Ingenious Smith, right? I mean, I know they kind of... Alright, that's DRC. They do not have green to flashback. Why would you tap these of all the cards here, of all the red spells? Alright, so I think we can easily like attack first for the block and then do our stuff. That feels good, man. That feels free. I'm just gonna take a screenshot. Sorry, guys. That just feels so good. Fuck you, DRC. So we play. I shouldn't have played that. Fuck. Oh. Anyway, if we draw Narzo Saga, it's bad, but that guy grows. As we can check their top deck. Seal of Primordium, sure. I guess they also can Ancient Grudge me, but whatever. Maybe I should have fetched now, but it doesn't matter, I have white. Monday left me broken. Tuesday I was through with open. I was waiting for love, waiting for love. Thanks the stars, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I'll be waiting for love, waiting for love to come around. Alright, guys. I'll see you for round 4. Alright, I lied. Welcome to round 4. Let's see. I can keep the streak going. Whatever, this hand is fine. Artifact, Smith, we'll find something else. Another Lurus deck. So yeah. No removal though. So if it's a shadow deck, it's a bit bad. But Smith can dig for removal, so we'll take those. We'll take those. That's touches, sure. I mean, this hand becomes a bit slow in this case, but still, so whatever, right? I mean, this game is done. The initial hand doesn't matter so much when you're playing when you're playing like this discard heavy stuff. To my opponent's like, bro, what's up? Why do you have this card in your deck and these lands and this card and this card? What the hell's going on? Is this hammer with thought monitor? Is this what's going on? Maybe. But yeah, I don't like really this. I actually may should play an Emrakul on the sideboard because I have a hard time believing that we can actually beat. Just gonna go ahead and play my Shadow Spear, You know what, guys? Just play Shadow Spear. Next turn, Ether Spellbomb. I mean, let's say, if we draw nothing else, we can lose. Let it be said. Grim Lavamancer. Interesting. So this looks like a shadow deck too. Alright, so they can shadow me. I mean, this is how you lose, I guess, is just run you over with shadows. They take the Ether Spellbomb. They're not worried about the Thumb. Not the Dream Draw. I guess we just play this stat. Pass. Yeah, we just got a bit flooded into this card into Oblivion, but it's still okay. I mean, my opponent is gonna. I guess they can play the other one. The how's it called? Like the other. Oh, just lures in hand. Sure. All right. So we're not finding non-lands. Let's say we have 1, 2. I mean, we can jam an Urza with our next turn. That's not the worst. At least they didn't have a Scourge of the Skyclave. That's a bubble. That's not a draw for the turn for sure. But that's bad because they also get to start drawing 2 cards a turn. They check me, which may have flaws. Okay, I think this is probably lost, guys. Because yeah, my opponent can just play Lurus, draw 2. I mean, it's still not a loss because we have such a way of grinding back, I really should be playing a Soulguide Lantern on my main deck. And like, problem is Portable Hole doesn't really heal Lurus, right? Blue? No. Black. Everybody taps out of black. So out of blue. I don't really understand this. Maybe I should just leave this one up. Maybe the top deck was an Urza will never. An Urza will never know. Things like attacking with this is maybe sauce for them. They don't know about the second Thought Monitor. We land the first. It's relatively easy to land the second. They check our top deck again, so they know our top deck. All right, that's a draw. Thing starts. It's Friday. So if we find a 0 spare artifact, we can actually grow this to be a 3/3. Is this? Maybe bolted now. Maybe bolted now is not the worst, right? Because, well, we still get the thing. Oh, that's a welding jar. Oh. I think I kind of like welding jar here, actually. We can try to equip it. One, 2, 3, 4. So this costs 4 life, so this costs 5. So next turn we can cast it, actually. They bolted now, sure. What did you reveal the island? Yeah, so we didn't reveal the plane, so next time we Thought Monitor and draw 2. We also have the welding jar. Maybe we want to turn about wheels. Yeah, they will draw 2 more cards here. I mean, definitely we're behind. We have double Thought Monitor though, so we can come back. Nice Inquisition. I kind of like the welding jar because it forced them to bolt there. Play Steam Dance, not tapped. Okay, they may have like 3 shadows here and then we lose. 2 cards though in hand, not so many. To be honest, if I find a ballista, I win. It's kind of fun, right? Maybe they attack with that too, which ungrows the shadow, interestingly. Oh no, they still had 4. Why did I think they were at 2? Tell you once more. Then 4 really didn't find anything else, but whatever. With Thought Monitor, it's like the 3rd Thought Monitor we draw. So my opponent can kill it and then hit me for 9. Alright. We don't find another Saga this whole game, which is really annoying. So my opponent can kill it and hit me for 9. Bubble. So they can shock to go down 9, 11, 12. Actually, I am fine here, unless they find a bolt at the top of the deck. So they check themselves. So they have a bolt and dead here. Alright, so they will exile 2 and hit me here. I'll jar it. We do play Net Assist, you know what I mean, guys? So even if they fetch shock down to 4, this is close. They will gain 3 life too, so. They like the top deck, so maybe it's just they should probably. Oh my god. So we can portable hold these, chomp chomp. So if I exile this boy, then they kill this and they attack me. If I exile this boy, they attack and need to chomp. I kind of like exiling here, actually. So we have now, how much does this cost? Just 2. All right, so we're almost, okay, so next turn we can actually do some stuff here. We can play double thumb monitor and pass. So let's see what they do. They didn't fetch, so maybe they liked the card they had. There's not much I can do, so let's just pass. That's the land, 2. So they can, of course, kill one of these. Croxa. So if I discard here, take 3, and then they bring it back. Okay, we just discard a monitor here. So now they can fetch, play a Croxa, and then they can... Okay. So the thing is, like, I need to discard a thumb monitor, else the Liminal Monster just kills me, right? Yeah. Such. We still have Urza. We can still draw Nettle Cyst and just win the game, right? Yeah, because if I discard a land, they just kill me with a Grimlockmancer, so 20 target, yeah. That's unfortunate, but it's what it is. Bubble. They go down to maybe Shock. No. Shadow. They're tapped out now. They're not able to do this now. Nettle Cyst at the top. One time. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Nettle Cyst at the top. Ah, it's a Saga, goddamn. Soul attack. Yeah, they will just kill me here. Yep, they got us. Close game, and we were about to win. Like, if I had... Yeah, Portable Hole would have been good. Maybe should I exile these? I don't know, hard to tell. Alright, so... Dispatch... Prismatic Ending... Skyglaive Evaporation... Rest in Peace, all of this is good. I got the Trinket Mage, I got the with the expensive cards, the Ballista probably doesn't do anything, although fetching Ballista could be nice. I think I got the Spell Bomb, and I think I got one Portable Hole. I got a Norza before. Got a Smith. So we just basically need to answer the threats and then... Okay, our streak may be coming to an end here, guys. We keep this, put an island back. I mean, we have 2 pieces of removal in Order Saga. That's probably good. My opponent can, of course, discard and to doing stuff, but it's fine. Oh, the very nice thing about this is... Oh, I just keep my turn, right? It's the second time I do this in a league. Yeah. Alright, that's super bad. That's super bad, guys. It's the second time I do this in a freaking league, mates. Like, yeah. I mean, one probably doesn't change that much, but still is like, I'm so behind right now. Like, they can take this or this. But I'm mulliganed, and then, oh my god. Ugh. Yeah, it was just bad. I should play, of course, Ledger with Ticket here, Ledger with Reach here. They'll probably take the Portable Hole or whatever. Yeah. Man, big yikes, big yikes. Yeah, that's how you lose. That's unfortunate, because I think it's probably a decent matchup, honestly. We have so much removal. Like, we can answer anything they play, basically. We have Nettle Cyst here now. I got one, right? I think maybe I got one in this match, too. Dude, it would be, like, so good to make constructs, you know? Yeah. That was the... It happens, you know. I don't expect my opponent to not skip my, not to give it back or something. This is the kind of thing that never happens in paper. Like, nobody skips their first turn in paper. They should just stop the habit of F6ing the first. Yeah, I'll try to stop this. Because this will happen. Like, it just happened twice in a league, right? So... Like, it just happens twice in a league, so it just doesn't make sense. It's not that we're going to lose necessarily, but definitely not the game-winning line. Shock again. I mean, if they play Shadow, it's maybe perhaps a good idea to just Skyglaive Apparition it. Imagine having one more land. We'll have a construct right now. Yeah. All right. So they I don't know which one they'll take. This is not that good compared to this. This there also for curve purposes. You know, You're wondering why I played Nettlesis and the Trinket Mages, that if you look at the curve, you kind of need the 3-drop. If I'm not playing these and instead I'm only playing Urza Sagas and then whatever else, so you have a gap in your play. Sometimes you don't draw the Urza Saga, right? So yeah, we're gonna go Saga. I mean, I think I'm gonna play the... Oh, interesting. Yeah, I would be so ahead if I had not skipped my turn now. So I should just stop, because this happens in the first turn. It happened to be before too. They know everything, right? So nothing. So what I'm gonna do, nice touches book, buck. I'll play this. I'm not gonna attack them. I mean, I know they can play Shadow already, but fuck. This allows me to, if I draw an Ephemerate, to cast it next turn. I really wish I had a Soul Guide Lantern. It'd be so good in so many situations. I mean, if they want to kill my Towering Inspector, like, go ahead, mate. Sure. Alright, but I should just really think about not skipping my first turn, right? That's a Death Shadow. You think they play a counter spell or something? They definitely do not put there. There's a 3/3. The shadow can be a 6/6 actually. Maybe they play E on 0 and they wipe us next turn. So they play E on 0. I think I'm gonna get the Pithing Needle here. I'm gonna get Pithing Needle naming E. You can also name Blasting Mire. No, but probably they're playing Engineered Explosives. I don't know about this land, so I'm gonna play it. Next turn we can play an Nettlesis too. We can play Skyclave. Maybe they fetch Shock. I don't think they will fetch Shock. They will get too low, maybe. They'll just go get... I think naming E here is good because it basically answers both our constructs, right? And also makes our constructs just weak. If I find a Shadow Spear and they E, it's like GG, right? It's a second Shadow. So if I draw... No, if I draw an Ephemerate, I cannot actually cast it, which is bad. Alright. Oh well, that's a... So again, they can make this a 6/6. May have a counter spell, but I actually doubt it. Okay, maybe. They play down in the lock. So they can make this a 7/7, so just pass here. One card left in their hand. It could definitely be E. Next time we get to Skyclave one. And also Urza, we draw an Urza. Thought Monitor is very cheap. Actually, it was funny because I played this first and then I missed up anyway. But no, I'm not bringing room. Like, if they have the Morbal Rage, I can die, right? Like, they fetch, make this a 7/7, it's 14 plus 7 is 21. So maybe we should be careful. Like, if they attack with both, maybe we should just block one. I don't think they attack, though. I'm pretty sure they have E on hand. The way they played, it really looked like E. And if they have the Morbal Rage, it just makes sense, right, too. I guess they just get lures in their hand. Shattering Spree. That's so. Shattering Spree kills everything, I guess. This and Pitting Needle. We at least can get can Skyclave one of them, right? Yep. Oh, they only do it for 2, so they keep up mana. Wow. Oh no. They just get lures back, right? Yeah. So here's here for 9. We go to 11. Yeah. That lures though can win them the game. Don't see anything they can bring back though. All right, so second Skyclave, you. So yeah, removal spell, we add that. Damn it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, to be honest, yeah, that was okay. That's a draw for the turn, but they can also draw 2 cards out of this. Oh man, Vicious, you put lures in your hand, and the first card you pop is a freaking bubble, man. Crazy, crazy. Need to block here, of course. Ah, all right, you got me, opponent. I think we can win here. All right, we lost. Unfortunately, passing that turn was really like the nail on the coffin. I think this matchup is good. My opponent had Shattering Spree, and also I skipped my first turn. I would have been in such bad shape if I didn't, but whatever, it happens. Let's see if we can get the 4-1. God dang it, I thought we had it. Really thought we had it here. Round 5, go. Damn it, man, I'm really sad I lost that game because I think first game, okay, was very close. We drew a little bit bad. We flooded a lot, actually. Actually, we flooded like crazy. We never found a saga. Well, talking about flooding, that's 6 lands. Should I keep this? I think I'm gonna keep it. I think we can keep this, guys. Alright, so we're going down to 5. Seems like the... Alright, we're going down to 4. Keep. I have no idea what to keep. I guess I'll keep the monitor. I mean, we're pretty far from casting the Urza. Actually, we are decently close to casting the Urza, so... Alright, we move to 4, guys. And one shocks. Is it Spirits deck? Percent. Alright, hit us for one. Playing on maybe a brew too. Interesting start. That's good. That's a good draw because it allows us to not burn a second saga. Grixis. I mean, sorry, Esper. Is this Esper food? Vindicate your saga. Alright, play another one. Damn it, man. That deck. Ah, shit. That's absolutely brutal. I mean, we probably just can concede, right? But yeah, the Fairy Raveler of Time, very good card. Would have thought. Very annoying to play against. I mean, there's nothing I can do, right? It's just gonna kill me. They probably think I am on Affinity, right? So maybe I just should like. Yeah, I'm just gonna go see it and pass. You know, there's no need. I'm up to 5. I mean, sorry, I'm up to 4. Yeah, we're playing against some kind of blue-white nonsense. Honestly, I don't think. Okay, maybe. Oh, that made me so sad, man. I was doing so good. That loss, man. The flood into the get wrecked. Alright, I like to play first and would like not to skip my turn. Alright, seems that we have a better hand now. I'll keep this, in fact. I'll play the Hierophant and tapped. And I'll pass. And then I'll play my Order Saga and my Ingenious Smith. Dude, like, that's always happens, right? You're doing so hard, and then you kind of... Alright, so I'll play this. Order Saga. Hello. That's an Ingenious Smith. Hello. This. This triggers. Well, portable holder. Ah, my God. Also, we're on the draw, so they got to Teferi me. Actually, I can play the Dash Citadel and trigger my dude. That's awesome. Oh my God, there. Why? Hit them for 3. And that's 17. Play Ingenious Smith. Number 2. That triggers both. Yeah, it only triggers this one. So I'll play it. Make this bigger. I left the portable holes, maybe not the best. Maybe they play a referee. Because we had to kill it. Smiling ending, my dudes. Dude, if you're gonna kill every 2-on-1, 2-for-1 I get, I'm all fine with that. 1, 2, so it goes 2, I guess. Let's go. So we hit them here first. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna play Ballista so I can jam my thumb on it for next turn. 13. You also play. This is gonna be 4 next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4 like. So it costs 3 less, 4 less to cast. It costs 3 mana total. Maybe that's a Hasson. Is that a Hajace? He's mad again. Alright. They could be holding up counterspell here, right? My Esper opponent. So jam, that's 4 cards in hand. I think jamming makes sort of sense in the sense that I can then yeah. If it resolves, it's pretty game winning. It doesn't resolve, we we have another one next turn. Let's not do that. I jam. Oh no, more counter spells. Charm, okay. Well, it's a charm. Alright, so we have a lot of cheap stuff we can bring. I think I brought in maybe too much removal. Should be bringing in more metallic rebukes, perhaps. We can like pump our ballista. That's a lot of lands. I'm not gonna spend all my mana since I drew a card that finds me another card. I think I'm gonna pop it right now, see what I draw. Do you guys think they have Supreme Barrick? It's kinda okay, right? Yeah, so this is much better than waiting, right? So like this puts more pressure. They can of course charm my ballista, whatever. That's probably what they'll do. They draw 2 cards instead. That's 4 plus 2, so this is lethal next turn if I pump. Did the lands. Storm. Oh, they're playing Stormforge. Interesting. Let's see what they find. Because if I find a land, Butterskull, so they can cast it next turn. Something tells me I don't have a lot. Maybe they counter these. If they counter these, we have another hole. And a prismatic ending, too. Hole dealing with 2 drops is really cool. My opponent probably has a... Yeah. So we attack here. I think we're going to put them at 3. All right. Then we're gonna pop the clue. Draw. All right. Draw Mishra's Bubble. Check their top deck now, just in case. They draw a Drowned Catcom, so they can hardcast that. Alright, that's some Saga withdrawing. So they can hardcast that the Butterskull layout. They have Drowned Catcom. They can hardcast the Butterskull. I could actually just bounce the end of turn, right? Right. So playing Stoneforge, I think now they know a bit more. I think Rebukes are not the worst. Couple maybe. Skyclave. Yeah, I don't love Skyclave. I kind of like Portable Hole, honestly. Walking Ballista is kind of meh. These answers on turn 2, the Stoneforge Mage is good enough. God, one. The money is so good if we get to go for it. I think the holes to answer the Stoneforge are pretty good. Alright, this hand is just close. Very close. I mean, opponent mauls, but if we find any line of the top, we have 2 looks. But we don't find any line, that's pretty bad. Amol is. Right, this is a bit better. So I'll keep, either put a Thought Monitor back or a Saga back. I think I'm gonna put a Saga back. Oh, maybe the Nettle Seas. Just Nettle Seas just looks not amazing. Oh. Not removal on this hand, but whatever. Just percentage is good. That's a good boy. Oh shit, that's a 3rd Saga. Hopefully they don't have an answer for it. Oh, they do play Wear and Tear, right? The other thing is, Town Inspector actually does box percentage on this class. They may counter it too, but whatever. If they counter an Town Inspector, we're kind of happy, right? Yeah. The thing is, though, it's really bad. So if they counter into Teferi Time Raveler, bounce your Saga, that's pretty bad. Especially if they bounce. Actually, if they bounce, it is even worse. So should I? They probably just fetch a tap one, right? Or they just. I don't know what's going on. Am I drowning the lock? No, that lock doesn't do anything right now. Follow push. So I get the dudes. I mean, I would rather they bounce my Saga. So next turn I can make a construct. That was weird though. Pet shock for Fatal Push my Farming Inspector, man. I've been loving this deck. I think this deck is really strong. I think if just a few adjustments. Oh no, I like that. The Alliance. Just a few adjustments would make this just really good. So we play here. I may just honestly just find a. They shock the Watery Grave. Wow. I mean, they attack and blocking, right? Was a 4/4? Not too shabby. May they steal it, but you know, it's not. It's only gonna be a 2/2. Huh? Ephemerate. Let's go draw. Then I'm gonna make a construct and get a E for the Pithing Needle. E for, sorry, Pithing Needle for E. Engineered is one of the hardest words to write in English. Should I just get a Saga rolling right now, or should I just play this tapped? Let's just attack first, shall we? See what's up. Snap push. You got it. You got it, opponent. So apparently my opponent is in the plan of killing my things, right? So maybe I should just get a Saga, keep pumping dudes. Yeah. That's 2 cards in hand. I have a 5/5 and yeah. That's a Hollow Fountain tapped. The second has, oh, that's probably not a good draw. Uh-huh. How much does this cost? 2. I think we're gonna. Dude, what happened? My opponent has no cards in hand. We could play a Star Monitor for 1, but then I don't have mana to Ephemerate, so this just chomp, sure. And Ephemerate is costing me life, so let's just make a construct next turn and well, it's 2 cards in hand. I don't know if they're attacking. If they're attacking, they're like erasing not a good clock. I like this needle because it really prevents me from just losing here. 7/7s, sure. Oh, Metallic Rebook is kind of hot. I think just make constructs here, honestly. I don't need to find Shadow Spear. I think it was just a welding, good old welding jar, you know what I mean? So they have Fatal Pushes, doesn't do anything. There's a Concision. And they try to steal it, I can still Ephemerate. Yeah. And I have Metallic Rebuke up. Jump. Jump. Sure. FT 9/9s. And another Urza Saga. Dude, I told you guys, this deck is so good. Like, it's just so good. I mean, like what are they gonna do? All right, so a 4-1, a 4-1. Nice, 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 nice. I like this. I like this, guys. So things I would like to add. So I definitely think a Soul God Lantern main deck can win us matches we're not gonna win otherwise. And maybe I've been cutting a lot of the third trick and mage, so maybe we just do this, right? We just cut this from the deck. And then on the sideboard, the Fate Unraveler is probably not a bad option, but I don't have it. Rebukes are okay, I think. Ghost is okay. Ingenious Spot is basically just for hammer. I like Skyclave Aberration because it rolls really well with Ephemerate. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with the sideboard. Like, there is a variety of removal, like Dispatch, Prismatic Ending, Skyclave Operation. So it's like you know, we can hit all sorts of things. Rest in Peace. Maybe a third Rest in Peace, man. Like, there's some decks that, you know, Rest in Peace just says goodbye. I think that's the only change I would make for now. A Trinket Mage for a Soul God Lantern. Maybe Needle Seals is a bit of a trap, but I just need... This is for curve burns. Like this deck is super heavy on this kind of side of the curve, right? And then we have very few things on like the bridges from 3 mana to 4 mana, right? So I kind of like that, and you know, I think just having, yeah, also the Ballista. I think Ballista is also a fine one to have. We can make a lot of mana with Urza, and it's a great way to just spend it, right? I don't like Emry in this deck. I know you guys are gonna ask, what about Emry? I think Emry is a trap in this deck because it makes you dependent on your graveyard. It gets answered, like all of the cards I play. So all of these guys, all of these, and these are 2-for-1s. You know, and these are basically. Maybe we could play some other 3-drop, but I think it's one of the best 3-drops for artifact decks because it really, like, we have a million artifacts, right? All of these 3-for-1s, and Ephemerate makes it like a 2-for-1s, and Ephemerate makes it like a 4-for-1s or something like that. So if you get to Ephemerate the removal spell on any of these, you completely win the game. So I don't want to play a card like Emry, which not only does put things on my graveyard, which I don't want, on top of that, it exiles me, right? It completely destroys. It not exiles me. It's just not a 2-for-1 unless I have these things. And also on top of that, it reveals my burn when I'm playing, right? If they see Ephemerate, they will play around Ephemerate. So if I play the Emry and I put an Ephemerate on my graveyard, they will be like, oh, this guy's playing Ephemerate. I will play around Ephemerate. Whereas if they don't know the Ephemerate is coming, then they just, I don't know, tap out, and then I get to Ephemerate the monitor and draw 4 cards. Well, I won, right? So overall, I'm really happy with the deck. I don't know if I would make any changes to the mana base. It looked like we had the right colors, mostly at the right time. White, I feel like I was a bit light on white. The card I maybe want to change... Dark Cecil was actually relatively good, man. I actually think... Maybe Seachrome Coast. Maybe we should play another Seachrome Coast. Got the Glimmer Void. Play a second one. Maybe you should just... Maybe the... Alright, okay. I have an idea. Got this, you know, Glimmer Void is kind of risky, especially early game, and I would like to play a Cavern of Souls because Cavern of Souls naming human casts every single. Like Cavern of Souls actually makes our mana easier because we can cast the whites and we can cast the blue. All these are humans, so all of these are humans. It's not bad, right? Like 13. And then this is a construct like a Ballista. So sometimes if we, you know, just want to force a thumb monitors through, we can do it with the Cavern of Souls by naming construct on it. Alright guys, that is the deck, that is the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy the kind of content I'm making only for YouTube, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.